Can you walk me through the process? I mean,
Which part?
Just the actual hypnosis.
Do it.
The eating one particularly,
or just whatever. I mean, you said I had one 10-minute hypnosis and I'm fixed. So that's interesting to me.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. Trust me, I know.
Because that sounds easy.
I did a whole episode on it.
Oh, okay.
It's called "Overcoming Overeating" on Manifestation.
Okay,
check it out. If you're curious more on this topic, but
clever title.
You know, we learn best when we're relaxed. That's why me eating Pounder donuts out of my backpack as a kid could not learn for this. And I just thought, I guess I'm dumb. I guess I have to cheat on tests. The only way to get through is I can't rely on myself because I'm so jacked up on sugar. And so like, I just had a belief that I wasn't smart. Anyway, you can't learn and take in information if you're stressed out in fight or flight, which a lot of kids are at that age because it's terrifying to be in school, especially in middle school, and everybody's like going through puberty, which is uncomfortable for everybody. Puberty is uncomfortable for everybody. Yeah. If you understand what I'm saying. And so it's just uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable time. And sometimes we get in fight or flight and we can't learn. And so hypnosis offers relaxation to get to the unconscious mind, which is like the orchestra. And the conscious mind is like the conductor conducting the unconscious mind, which is where like 90% of our behavioral patterns are. And so even though we know logically, I shouldn't be smoking, the unconscious already has all these patterns set in place and this program set in place, which is why we're reaching for something knowing I shouldn't be doing it. And so the only way to get into that relaxed orchestra unconscious space is through hypnosis and getting into like a guided meditation so that you're relaxed enough to see what is going on in the unconscious level. And so that at that point, when you're unconscious, we can start asking questions to the unconscious mind to get answers to go, oh, I see. Let's rearrange some of this real quick. And it can happen in an instant by doing visualizations and auditory exercises to pick a new, more effective way to solve that problem that we think the food or the cigarette or whatever is solving.
Right.
And so we do something in the way that we know how, but in like when you give a baby a toy and you take away the toy, the baby's crying. But if you replace it with a new and improved toy, the baby's like, yay. So our unconscious just hasn't yet come up with a new and improved way to solve the eating problem. For me, I needed comfort, right? The two functions of the unconscious mind is to control and protect. Those are the only two. Everything we do is out of serving those two things, which is interesting. We're either trying to control a situation or to protect ourselves.
That makes sense.
And for me, eating was a way to control and to protect.
Right.
So in the hypnosis, my teacher was doing it to me, and she was like, we figured out, I don't remember what it was again, because it was unconscious and it was 8 years ago or maybe even longer. But we found a new and improved way to solve that need of protection and control. And it's all unconscious. I didn't even know that it had worked until like 5 days later, because I went and filmed Broad City at the time, and Crafty used to stress me that's why honestly I'm convinced that I just didn't book things, because I was like, it's suicide. I'm going to be at the crafts table and then eat and be hyped out and then can't do the scene and then I'm going to make a fool. So I used to get so stressed out. So I went to Broad City, had a great time, came back to the class, and she was like, so what's different? And I was like, about what? And she's like, I didn't even know what she was asking. Like, that was how unconscious it was that I don't even remember the problem.
Right.
That I suffered from for like 25 years.
That's what it felt like with the smoking.
Yeah. That's why I love it, is like, we think we have to do all this heavy work, and sometimes that's really great to do, to grieve and to, you got to feel it to heal it. But sometimes it is just a program running in the unconscious mind that can be solved within 10 minutes. We can talk about this. I know. Isn't it fun?
Well, like I did EMDR for a long time. It sounds like a similar idea is that you're trying to get to these like narratives, these unconscious, subconscious narratives, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of work.
But when you are being hypnotized, I mean, is it like we, see on TV and, so
that, I guess can happen, but I have never dealt with that or done that before. It's like you have the power to move your body if you want to. You're not going to like cluck like a chicken. It's not like scary in any which way.
But you're not really sleeping, or you're kind
just
of
very
not
relaxed.
Conscious.
You can be conscious. Like you'll be like, for me, I was very like aware of what was going on. I couldn't run it through because I was just more in a relaxed state, and I think the brain can only like remember so much. But we also worked on the all or nothing. I think I used to have an all or nothing, like it's either everything or nothing.
I'm black or white.
Black or white. And I think we worked on that in my mind too. So the feeling that I would get of satisfaction when I ate the whole box of cookies, we removed that way far up so that I would feel that after the first one.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Awesome.
It saved so much money on cookies.
Saved a lot of money on cookies, donuts,
the cookie habit,
and just time, like in my mind. I would think about.
Were you overweight too?
Never. And so I would deal with it alone in my mind, and people would be like, and so people would force food on me, and then I would prove to them that I eat because I wanted them to know, like, I do eat, and I'll show you. Look at me,
right?
And they'd be like, "You're fine." And so no one was really in it with me. I would feel pain. My parents knew because they saw me. My dad's like, "Stop." Yeah. But all my friends were just like,
"She's fine."
Yeah, like she.
Oh, how lucky you can have 5, even if they saw it. You can have 5 candy bars and you're still skinny.
Sure. Yeah, no, totally.
I mean,
very blessed.
To me, that's the dream,
Vanity-wise, very blessed.
Yes.
But internally, it was like quite a struggle.
I think what you're saying is like a lot of alarm bells weren't going off for people because you're like, you
1,000%.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
See,
no,
I
had
like acne and a very puffy face.
Yeah, no, people see me and they're, like, well, I mean, back then, it's like, oh, well, you're going to have that whole pizza, I guess. Yeah, because you're a fat guy.
Yeah. Fat guy, or you have a problem.
Okay, here's the other thing that I had to practice doing, and this has changed my life as well, because I believe that when I ate that way, all of a sudden then I'd have this narrative that was like, I suck, I can't believe I did it again, and the shaming voice. So what I did since then, because I still will eat, I ate cake the other night.
Cake is great.
I make sure to, if I eat cake, well, I try to pray over everything I eat before, so I'm changing the energy with which I eat, and so I'm not eating with shame. But even when I'm eating the cake, I literally will like surround it with love in my mind. And then as I'm eating, like love it, I literally do this. I love and approve of my body.
Right.
I love and approve of my body. And in the first like 80 times I did it, I felt so cringy.
Yeah.
I hated it. I felt like I was lying. But then all of a sudden, it started becoming my new normal.
Yeah.
And I believe that that's firing unconscious when I do that. And I swear my body changed because I moved to New York and I started eating pizza and cupcakes and I dropped weight and looked better. And I was like, this was so weird. I was doing paleo and CrossFit and I looked way worse and I was heavier. So what's happening? I mean, New York maybe just better in general energetically and I was walking, place. But I believe the way we talk to ourselves is everything.
Sure, I mentioned that before. The even language you use around yourself, like calling yourself a piece of shit or
no bueno. That needs to stop.
You have to, you stop it. And in the beginning, it feels very disingenuous. Like it's like a real effort to stop calling yourself a piece of shit, which you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But it does start to actually affect change. You start to believe in other parts of yourself. And I think I did this experiment. I think it's pretty common, but in the morning, I look myself in the eyes in the mirror and say, I love you to myself deep into my own eyes. And it's cringy as fuck. But you do it every morning. And I actually started to love myself, which I never, ever did.
And then your actions start aligning with that love. Yeah. And you start not tolerating people around
like
you that don't treat you the same way you treat yourself, if not better.
Exactly.
We start calling in people that love us, the amount we love ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's why when he cheated, I go, this has nothing to do with me. I'm so lovable. I'm almost illusionally lovable at this point.
Right.
Which I'd rather be than that piece of shit that I used to live with forever.
Yeah. No shit.
You know what I
it's
mean?
such a struggle to like love yourself, isn't it? Like not for you.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah. But to get there, like you would think it would be the easiest thing in the world.
We've talked about it here, but you get plagued by negative self-talk all the time. Even if it's like not, oh, you're such a piece of shit. It's like, I don't know, just like, oh, you did that again.
Yeah, and just like flagellating yourself.
It's hard to, and I think it seeps in so much that it's actually hard to extinguish it. Because I don't think we realize, of course, how much we are actually doing that unless you're really almost writing it down.
Or saying it out loud and getting reflection back. Like I still have thoughts.
And we've talked about where it's like if someone was saying the things about you that I say about myself to myself, I'd be like, dude, man,
take it easy, man.
Tyler's cool, man.
Yeah.
You know?
My girlfriend says that all the time. She's like, hey, you're talking about my boyfriend.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But it was my therapist Sandy Haben, who I talk about all the time. I love Sandy. Saved my life. Sandy, I love you. She, in my first session with her, when she called me bullshit, she was all this stuff. And then I started actually talking to her authentically. And at the end of the session, the only thing she said was, you called yourself a piece of shit 14 times in the last however many minutes the session was. And I was like, well, I don't really mean it. She's like, yeah, but you do. You're saying it so much. You firmly believe that you are actually a piece of shit. And the more she said it, I was like, I'm a piece of shit? Like, what the fuck? Why did that become okay to just call myself a piece of shit. So
well,
yeah,
you've
those
learned
changes,
it from somewhere. Someone said it, and then you picked it up.
Or
that's how
they
programming
made me feel
works.
that way. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sure. Or you said it to yourself one time, and you believed it.
Right.
And
At some point, it works
Yeah.
for you. I think that's the same with you were saying, like with alcohol and drinks, and it made you feel powerful. It's like the magic to medicine to misery, right? Like it's this magical thing. And at some point, talking poorly about myself was a tool. I used it somehow. It got me what I wanted, or it was a way of self-effacing, or it was a way of manipulating or something. It worked for me for a while, and then it just doesn't. And you're like,
I have a bad story. I still have limited thinking with myself. I don't think what I do matters.
you don't think what you do matters?
Yeah.
Oh my God. As an artist, especially.
I'm like, nobody cares.
Yeah.
This has already been done. There's no point in me filming anymore.
What value does my voice have? That's what I go
No,
to.
not
like,
that one.
No? Like,
Doesn't resonate to me at all.
oh no? Well, that's for me. You're ticking all my boxes. Like that idea of like, why does what I say fucking matter?
But aren't you getting enough external validation?
It doesn't land anywhere. I don't feel it. I see a number. I don't know. I do it if I go on stage.
Okay.
Or if somebody says, "Hey, Manon, I love your stuff," then I feel them, and I'm like, "Oh, this is nice connection."
Yeah.
But numbers and comments, I don't feel it in my body, so it doesn't land.
Do you ever I feel like I have a hard
Unfortunately.
reset.
Yeah.
Like I have this a lot when people are in my sphere and we're making each other feel good and we're vibing or whatever. As soon as I'm out of that sphere, I immediately go to, they hate me. I go to it's like a reset. I'm not saying you have the same thing, but I go to this place of like, everything that I just proved to be true ceases to be true when I'm lying in bed alone at night. I'm like, I can't believe that those people actually like me. And it's like, but you were just with them 2 hours ago feeling love, like genuine love. And
I
then it's
venture
like,
to ask that little.
I build this narrative about it.
Okay, so whoever said that, I bet you they don't like me. Can you ask him, what does he need?
Right. Ask my little self.
Whoever said that.
Yeah.
Whoever says, "Oh, they all hate me."
What are you asking
in
for?
that moment? It's an opportunity to go, What do you need right now?
To be curious.
What do you need?
I try to stay so curious about it. It's so hard, man, because it just makes me feel like
we have to catch
inept,
it though in those moments because he needs something.
Yeah. Well, and that's a lot of the time those voices that I've learned to identify as like, hey man, I know what you're doing. I get what you're doing right now. You know, I don't need that today. I don't need that. It's worked before. That one I really struggle with. I don't know what that me wants or needs.
Well, we'll ask him right now.
Hey, Tyler. Don't laugh.
I'm not. You laughed.
Can't do it out loud. To be continued.
No, just ask
What
quietly.
do I need?
And then
What do I need? I mean, it feels like I need validation, but that's just the symptom. It's an indication of something deeper, right?
So
like
what's under validation?
loving myself.
Love.
Yeah.
And what would love look like? What is that? What does he need love in the form of what? Words or a hug?
Probably a hug. I feel like
So give him a
touch
hug
is
right
big-
now. Give that part of you a hug right now.
I have
and let
done-
him feel it.
Yeah. This is the same as the I love you thing in the mirror, but it hits in a different way.